Oh, hey, it's you guys. I'm sorry. I gotta quit brandishing props at you. Anyways, sometimes when your Christmas is going rough, seeing someone who's having a worse time than you makes you feel better. It's the law of relativity or something like that. The point is, when it comes to Christmas horror, there are two types of movies. There's with Santa Claus or without Santa Claus, a la carte or dinner. These are the movies that are the top 5, plus an honorable mention, horror movies that are without Santa Claus. Scary Santas are on another list. Check that one. Honorable mention, Wind Chill. It feels like a tribute to Stephen King in many ways. It has a lot of the attributes of a Stephen King story. It feels like every third or fourth Mick Garris movie. These people are on their way home, they're sharing a ride back to Christmas from college, and they dip off on a side road, and this man and this woman get caught in a snowstorm, and their car doesn't work, and it becomes like a Cujo thing where she's trapped in the vehicle, and ghosts start coming out of the woods, and they all have their little backstory, and because ghosts are haunted, you have to solve their little mysteries so they can go back with what you're doing with, you have to help them so you can help yourself. That's always the deal with ghosts. They're real needy. This stars Emily Blunt. She's very good in it, but it's really not much more than your usual run-of-the-mill, thriller in the woods kind of deal, except it's in the snow and the cold, so it's got that whole thing to it. So it's nice to like curl up with a blanket and watch. And it's about this woman who's trying to get home to Christmas. So you like feel her, you empathize with her. Like, man, I want to get home to Christmas too, man. Just get this done with, dude. But the reason I recommend Wind Chill in this spot over a lot of other worthy contenders is I think it helps you understand what a normal movie in this genre looks like. So when you watch number 5, Dead End. This is insane. All right. This is like if you like Christmas horror movies, but you also are kind of a fan of Twin Peaks. This isn't totally like Twin Peaks, so don't be atting me that this isn't Twin Peaks. I know it isn't Twin Peaks, but it's got Ray Wise in it, and it's got Lynn Shay, and the two of them are the parents of some family going to, I believe, the sister-in-law's house, whatever. So they dip off on a side road trying to save some time on the way there for Christmas, and then they get caught in one of them damn paradoxical time loops, as one does, just as Emily Blunt did in the movie before. The great thing about this one is it's both the usual, like, ghosts in the woods kind of thing, but it's also like the movie Very Bad Things with Cameron Diaz and Jon Favreau, where like the people in the movie have the most melodrama. So someone gets killed, but it's also important the baby isn't yours. If you don't have a very like dark sense of humor and you can't sort of laugh at the silliness of how awful things can get sometimes, this isn't your traditional horror, so be warned by that. Number 4, The Lodge. I admittedly, when I first watched it, I hated it. Like, as soon as I turned it off, I was like, I'm so mad at that movie. And then about a day or two went by, and I'm like, it was pretty powerful for me to be that mad at it. And then, like, you realize it's like, yeah, because it was great filmmaking. It gives you so much emotion, and you feel a way about it. Like, you can't be dead inside and watch this movie. It's one of them things where you try to figure out, is the main character completely out of their mind? Or are the people in the movie trying to drive them out of their mind? Or some supernatural craziness happened and it's, the type of thing that would make you lose your mind. It sort of messed me up a little bit, but like I said, in hindsight, here it is, one of my more recommendable Christmas movies. Like, you need to check out The Lodge. And after you do, please comment below, because I want to talk about people with The Lodge. It's wow. Number 3, Better Watch Out. This movie, oh my goodness. This is not only one of my now favorite Christmas movies, this is kind of one of my favorite movies because I am a sick and horrible individual. And please, when you watch it and you're like, I can't believe you like that movie and you recommended it to me, understand, I warned you up front. It's like, no, I'm twisted, but this is what made me so happy about it. When you watch a lot of movies, you start to see tropes, just things they do over and over again because they work. So the people in this movie are doing the tropes all through the first act. And then even the advertising and the marketing, like I didn't see any trailers for it or anything. I think I saw it like maybe once a few minutes on HBO in the afternoon one day. And I was like, I'm not trying to watch some dumb Christmas movie. But I watched it because I thought it was a scary Santa movie and I was going to include it in the scary Santa list. But no. The movie starts off, it's a girl who's going to babysit a boy while the parents go out for a Christmas party. So the girl in the movie, she's in Adventures in Babysitting. And the boy in the movie, he's kind of in Home Alone, but he's also in kind of the other boy in Adventures in Babysitting who has a crush on the babysitter because he's getting at that age where he doesn't need to be babysat, but hubba, you know. So that whole cute thing's going on and you're like, you know what? I see where this is going. And it is headed that way. It's headed towards a home invasion type deal, but this movie, after the first act, goes not only into left field, it goes to Guam. And people who don't want to go to Guam get very upset. Like when I looked to see what people thought about this movie after I loved it, they were all, many people on Google and IMDb were like, I hate this movie so much. The best way I could describe it is if Quentin Tarantino bought the Home Alone franchise and was like, I'm doing a page one rewrite. That's my best Quentin Tarantino. It's awful. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. Leave me alone. This movie it's the highlight of my Christmas. I loved it. I was so happy, but many other people were very unhappy with it. Be warned by that, okay? But watch better, watch out. It's fantastic. Number 2, Black Christmas, the original. Normally I don't put movies this old, this high up on the list, but this is sort of a building block, like it's a pillar that other horror movies are built on. You know, Halloween credits a lot to this, and then a whole bunch of stuff credits Halloween to this. So Black Christmas kind of gets like the hockey assist, you know, it's the pass to the pass that ended up with the basket. I recommend Black Christmas, but you also need to be warned, it's very 70s, which is kind of the fun part about it. It's girls in a sorority house being killed by some, you know, who is this murderer type slasher. So it's a bit of a mystery, like sort of the, you know, I'm a big fan of Agatha Christie or like the Italian Giallo films or whatever, where it's not so much about a name brand slasher like Freddy or Jason, but it's more about like, you know, who is this killer and what are they doing? Kind of more like Scooby-Doo or whatever. Margot Kidder is in it. She's, you know, kind of an interesting person. Google her, learn about her life. She's rather fascinating. But I recommend Black Christmas for sure because it's been copied like 3 times now, I think already. At least twice for sure that I know of. So yeah, Black Christmas, yo. Number 1, Gremlins. I know you're like, man, how are you going to give me all these weird off the beaten path ones and then one from the 70s and then throw this mainstream crap at me? It's because Gremlins is the ideal Christmas movie. It has like an undercurrent of consumerism, the same way Romero's Dawn of the Dead does, but it also has kind of like a dark comedy thing because things need to be a little bit lighter at Christmas. I mean, you can't be all murder and blood and gruesomeness at Christmas. I apologize for all this then. But like the part where Phoebe Cates explains how her dad dressed up as Santa and died in the chimney trying to bring them gifts and all that, like that's just so awful and sad, but at the same time it's kind of like you know, and that's what Gremlins is, you know. Gizmo's adorable, but then Stripe is just so scary and like nightmarish. And then, you know, the parents are so like, ah ha ha, but then like the boss at work is so like scary. By the way, the boss at work is Flo from Mel's Diner, old Kiss My Grits lady. That one always trips me out. Mrs. Deagle. Anyways, I'm a big Gremlins fan. You should be a big Gremlins fan. It's, you know, the number 1 horror movie for a reason. Get over your it's for kids crap. It's fantastic. Anyways, there you go. There's the 5 best plus an honorable mention Christmas horror movies you definitely need to check out to be in the know about the Christmas horror scene, minus Santa. If you want to see the ones with Santa, you can check that out right here. All right, Merry Christmas. Have a ho 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 kind of day.